Tucson! You wanted the best and you got it! The hottest band in the land! Kiss!
The iconic look.
Kiss are the four most recognized faces on planet Earth.
The outrageous costumes.
Where do you start? The outfits and the makeup, the pyro, you know, everything's over the top.
That wagging tongue. Indestructible rockers.
Kiss is kind of like the cockroach of rock and roll. You can't kill them.
Who evolved from band to brand.
Kiss lotteries, Kiss Mr. Potato Heads, Kiss boots.
And into new arenas.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kiss! Kiss!
The Coventry, January 1973, Queens, New York.
The first time we played, the only people there were a couple of friends and some lonely guy at the bar.
It was four guys off the streets of New York who were nobody.
Four guys who hoped to stand out during the heyday of glam rock.
You look at someone like Alice Cooper or David Bowie, and that was just one person. Kiss's idea was, why don't we create an entity which has four Alice Coopers? So they transformed themselves from just a bunch of regular rock and roll musicians into superheroes.
Part superhero, part sci-fi villain, Kiss created personas for each band member. Guitarist Paul Stanley, the Star Child. On bass, Gene Simmons, the Demon. Lead guitarist Ace Frehley was Spaceman. And on drums, Peter Criss, Catman.
Did anyone tell you were crazy?
Of course.
Everybody.
Platform booths, are you kidding? People would be in the front row, hysterical, hitting each other and laughing at us.
I spent half the night jumping up in the air, so.
They designed their own costumes, those legendary platform boots. Look at these heels! And black and white face paint.
We had to learn to put on the makeup through trial and error. We used to go on stage in clubs and be blinded by this stuff running into our eyes until we figured out how to do it.
I just tell them buy something that's bright and red.
40 years later, they still do their own makeup, a 2-hour process.
So how does it not all drip off during the show?
We bake it in. There were no designers, no marketing people. We didn't even have a record deal.
They booked their own gigs, flooded music execs with demos, and by the summer of '73, Kiss had their first deal.
We were the very first act on Casablanca Records.
Next, they brought out the fireworks. Their first 3 albums bombed, but Kiss quickly built a rep as the hottest stage act in town.
Gene Simmons blowing fire, Gene Simmons spitting blood, Paul Stanley breaking a guitar, Ace Frehley's guitar smoking.
Fans were blown away. They banded together, calling themselves the Kiss Army.
Well, I like to act the stage show, you know.
Right.
Kiss, not only have we survived, we've thrived.
The Kiss frontmen say that survivor instinct instilled at a young age propelled them to stardom.
I am the product of a tribe of survivors. Our backgrounds were very similar. We were both from families that in one form or another had fled from Europe to avoid the Holocaust. All the friends of my mom and dad had numbers on their arms.
Gene Simmons was born Chaim Witz in Haifa, Israel. He was raised by his mother, a Holocaust survivor.
She went in at 14. The rest of the family was wiped out.
Your father leaving you when you were almost 7 years old. What did that do to you?
Well, I felt betrayed or abandoned. I decided that I wasn't going to depend on anybody.
Gene and his mother immigrated to New York when he was 8 years old.
I'd never seen a television set. I'd never seen comic books or toilet paper, literally. For me, it was like from 0 to 60.
The fact is that the opportunities are here. I'm the living proof of that.
Paul Stanley was born Stanley Eisen and grew up in Queens, New York.
My parents slept on the sofa, and my sister and I shared a bedroom in a one-bedroom apartment, walk up.
You overcame a huge challenge and you kept it a secret for a long time.
Yes, I was born without a right ear and deaf also.
Were you an outcast?
Totally. A deaf kid who was painfully shy, ridiculed, succeeded beyond his and everyone else's wildest dreams.
From a young age, Stanley and Simmons dreamed of becoming rock stars. They began to build a following. It paid off in 1975 when they broke through with mega hit Rock and Roll All Night.
We did Kiss Alive, which captured what the band was. And then all the other albums suddenly caught on.
Selling 6 platinum albums in 3 years with hits like Shout It Out Loud.
I would say by 1977, Kiss were probably the most popular band in the world.
And continue to sell out concerts, the show bigger and louder than ever. But today, the Kiss brand may be even bigger than their music.
We're joining forces to have some fun.
Simmons' LA home has become a shrine to the Kiss collection of merchandise. From Kiss coffins
It's really very restful.
to Kiss comics.
I love these cartoons.
Do you think of Kiss as equivalent to like a Fortune 500 company?
Well, it's the music business. I always tell people, as good as you are at playing music, someone else is just as good at stealing your money.
Kiss now boasts some 3,000 different pieces of merchandise.
Kiss lotteries, Kiss Mr. Potato Heads, Kiss boots, Kiss bibs, to Kiss glasses, Kiss lighter, and of course, the Kiss condoms.
Can you put a dollar sign on the Kiss empire?
We make a living.
500 million. 750 million.
$1 billion.
Give me a cookie.
$1 billion.
Anywhere from 1 to 5.
Kiss marketers say the band has sold shy of $1 billion in goods. Stanley and Simmons have equal say in all things Kiss, but Gene's the one you'll find in the spotlight.
You've said that Gene is sort of more about the flash and the image of Kiss. Do you ever worry, Paul, about oversaturating the market?
Well, that's part of my job. My job is to say, let's slow down.
My favorite piece of merchandise is me.
Gene's certainly much more business and entrepreneurial, where Paul is really the creative engine of Kiss. They're the polar opposites. They're the light and shade of Kiss.
Differences that have led to years of ups and downs, and some scars.
This isn't my family. If you want a family, find a wife, have some kids, but this is the office. The key to a great partnership is knowing its limitations.
But back on stage, the band is as unified as ever.
Now the fun begins.
4 decades after they began, the Kiss empire is still rocking.
Nobody can touch our platform heels. We are the finest rock band on the planet.
And after they say their final goodbye, they hope 4 new rockers will one day fill their boots.
Kiss will live beyond us. We're a part of it, but we're also holding on to it. It's an animal that's gotten its own life. And at this point, you know, we're on for the ride.
I want y'all to put on your seatbelts, hop on the Kiss jet with